I stood up at my sister's rehearsal dinner with a microphone and said, "I'd like to share some photos from the bride's favorite trip." And her face went white because she knew exactly which trip I meant. 2 years ago, I had $8,000 saved from my wedding. I kept it in a joint savings account with my sister because we were both saving for our futures and the interest rate was better on joint accounts. Stupid, I know, but she was my sister and I trusted her. I came home from work one Tuesday and she was gone, like completely moved out. Her room was empty, she'd blocked me on everything. My parents said she needed space and wouldn't tell me where she went. Then I checked the account. Empty. All $8,000 gone. I called the bank. She'd withdrawn everything 5 days earlier. When I finally got my parents to tell me what happened, my mom said she went to Vegas with some friends. She needed a break. You know how stressed she's been. My boyfriend and I had been engaged for 8 months. We'd set a date. I'd already put deposits down on vendors using credit because I was planning to pay them off with that savings. Now I was $3,000 in debt on my credit card with no way to pay for the actual wedding. I called my sister 50 times. Nothing. Finally, she texted me, "I'll pay you back. Stop being dramatic." She didn't pay me back. Not $1. My parents said I should let it go. Family is more important than money, my dad said. She made a mistake. You really gonna destroy your relationship with your sister over this? I said she destroyed it when she stole from me. My mom actually cried and said I was being cruel and unforgiving. I ended up postponing my wedding. My fiance and I got married at the courthouse instead because we couldn't afford what we'd planned. His parents helped with a small dinner afterward, but it wasn't what we'd wanted. Every time I thought about that day, I got angry because my sister was in Vegas, staying at the Bellagio, gambling my money, partying with her friends, posting it all over social media while I was canceling my venue. She came back 6 weeks later like nothing happened, showed up at my parents' house for Sunday dinner. I left immediately. She called me bitter. My parents said I was holding a grudge. Fast forward 2 years, she gets engaged. Suddenly, she's unblocked me and texting me like we're best friends. "I want you to be my maid of honor. Please, you're my sister." I didn't respond for 3 days. Then I thought about it and I said yes. She was shocked. She actually cried happy tears. My parents said they were so proud of me for being the bigger person. I smiled and said, "Of course, she's my sister." I was the perfect maid of honor. I planned her bridal shower, I organized a bachelorette party, I helped her pick out decorations, I gave a speech at her shower about how much she meant to me. Everyone said I was so sweet and forgiving. The whole time I was planning something else. See, my sister is an idiot. She'd posted everything from that Vegas trip on Instagram. Every dinner, every club, every pool party, every shopping spree, and she tagged locations and prices and friends. I'd screenshotted everything 2 years ago when I was trying to figure out where my money went. I had receipts, literally. The rehearsal dinner was at a nice restaurant, 50 people, her fiance's whole family, our parents, all her friends, open bar, fancy food, the works. I volunteered to give a toast. My sister was thrilled. I stood up with my phone connected to the TV they'd set up for displaying photos. I said I wanted to share some memories. First photo, my sister on a private cabana at a pool in Vegas. Caption on her original post, "Cabana life, $500 for the day, but so worth it." Her fiance looked confused. My sister's smile froze. Second photo, her at a blackjack table with stacks of chips. Her original caption, "Feeling lucky, down $1,200, but the night is young." I said, 2 years ago, my sister borrowed $8,000 from me for an emergency. She said she'd pay me back right away. Third photo, shopping bags from Gucci and Louis Vuitton. Her caption, "Treat yourself." She never paid me back, not $1. And I know she spent it in Vegas because she posted the whole trip, with prices. Fourth photo, bottle service at a club. Caption, $800 for a table, but we're living. Her fiance stood up. He said, "What the hell is this?" My sister was crying. "That's not what happened. She's lying." I pulled up my bank statements on the screen. Here's the withdrawal, $8,000. Same week she flew to Vegas. Then I showed the credit card debt I'd gone into trying to pay for my wedding after she cleaned out our joint account. Her fiance looked at her. "You told me you'd never do something like that. You said your sister was bitter and made up lies about you." My parents were trying to get me to sit down. My dad grabbed my arm. "Stop this right now. You're ruining her night." I said, "She ruined my wedding." Her fiance walked out, just left. Her bridesmaids were staring at her. His family looked horrified. Our parents were yelling at me. My sister screamed, "You're a vindictive bitch. I can't believe you do this." I said, "Funny, that's what I thought when you stole my wedding fund." Her fiance called off the wedding 2 days later. Turns out this wasn't the first time she'd borrowed money from people and never paid it back. His parents had paid for half the wedding and they demanded she return their money for deposits or they'd sue. She had to pay him back. And guess where she got the money? My parents gave it to her, $4,000. When I found out, I sent my parents an invoice for the $8,000 she owed me. If you have money to fix her mistakes, you have money to fix mine. My mom called me heartless. My dad said I was destroying the family. I said, "Give me my money or I'll take her to small claims court and make this even more public." They paid me. Finally, 2 years and 3 months after she stole it. My sister won't speak to me. My parents barely do. My extended family is split. Half think I'm justified, half think I went too far. But I got my money back, and she didn't get to have a wedding funded by theft. Am I wrong for what I did?
I, 33 female, was dating my boyfriend, 38 male, who is a comedian. Early on in our relationship, I set a clear boundary. I was not comfortable with him joking about me, especially about our sex life in his stand-up, even if the stories were exaggerated or completely made up for the sake of comedy. I explained that I value privacy and didn't want intimate or personal aspects of our relationship turned into material for an audience. He agreed and said he understood. His jokes are usually about him and stuff that happens to him, so I wasn't really concerned about it, and he is very funny. But I know how these things end up, so I just wanted to protect what we had. However, last week he had a big show that was important for his career. During the set, he started talking about his childhood, then transitioned into his past relationships, and eventually began talking about how we met and got into our sex life, about very private stuff, a mix between real facts and made-up stories. What made this worse is that I had invited my family, co-workers, and close friends to support him that night. Sitting there while he joked about intimate parts of our relationship in front of people I see regularly was humiliating. Everyone was looking at me because he had previously pointed at me. I couldn't take it, and I just left. When I confronted him afterward, he said it was just a joke, part of his job, and that I was being too sensitive and limiting his creativity. But everyone was laughing. That was his stupid excuse. He also said that because we hadn't talked about this boundary in a long time, we've been together for 3 years, he assumed I had grown out of it. That made me furious. I felt this was unfair because I never revoked that boundary, and I don't think consent expires just because time passes or a topic isn't constantly revisited. I decided to break up with him because I felt like my consent and comfort were less important than getting laughs. Now he's telling people I ended things over harmless jokes and that I couldn't handle dating a comedian. Some friends are split. My family, close friends, and coworkers is on my side, but our friends in common think I should reconsider my decision and that I should have seen that coming since he is a comedian. I wouldn't mind if he made fun of me in general, but our private life was the limit. I feel like I did the right thing. I feel like if I let this slip, he would be justified to disrespect me again. Am I the butthole? What would you do?
I, 24 female, broke up with my ex, 27 male, about 5 months ago and went completely no contact. The relationship was toxic, and I realized he wasn't the right person for me. I blocked him for a reason and intend to keep him out of my life. After the breakup, I felt relieved, like a huge weight had been lifted. For almost a year, I've been dealing with constant headaches and was recently diagnosed with chronic migraines. It's been exhausting, and I've kept my circle small while managing it. Last week, I got a text from an unknown number. "Hi, how are you? I heard you did brain scans." I was immediately terrified because I never told this person anything. Then it clicked. The only way he could know was through my older sister, 27 female. I confirmed it by checking her phone when she was asleep. I know snooping is wrong, and I'm not proud of it, but I needed to know if I was imagining things. I saw messages where she was updating him on my life, including my private medical information. She was pitying him, saying I was rude for leaving and for not replying to his new number. Also, it seems she only believes his side of the story. I blocked him again immediately. What makes it worse is the pattern I've noticed. Lately, she's been acting extra sweet and trying to get closer to me, but now it feels fake. At the same time, she's portraying me to him as either weak or cruel. She heavily sympathizes with him because his best friend died 2 years ago and uses that to excuse everything. It feels like she cares more about protecting his feelings than respecting my boundaries. I asked her directly if she knew anything about the message. Instead of answering, she told me I was evil for not replying to him. That hurt more than I expected. Honestly, I don't have the energy to argue or defend myself anymore. So I've started ignoring her. Not because they talk. If they want casual contact, fine. But sharing my private medical information and constantly making me the topic of their conversations is a betrayal. I blocked him to keep him out of my life, and she's actively reopening that door. I know I crossed a line by checking her phone. I'm not pretending I'm innocent in that, but I feel deeply disrespected and unsafe knowing my personal life is being relayed to someone I deliberately cut off. Am I the butthole for pulling away from my sister over this?
Ladies today, you are not the butthole.